All right. Welcome back, my fellow agents. It is I, X7, your bibliophile agent of awesome. Today is Wednesday. That does mean we are going to be reviewing this book for episode 655. We're almost about to finish our third year of broadcasting, really. Well, the Zenorama podcast anniversary is coming up in about 13 days. And today we are going to be, like I said, we're going to be reviewing this wonderful book that I got in the mail several years ago, even though it'd been out for quite a while. And it's, as you can see, what it's about, and it's really fun. So before we get too much further into that, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Do you ever buy any of this stuff? Let me know. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Were you disappointed? Did you love it? I only have one story from me, but I do know friends that did get the Sea Monkeys, which was probably the most famous one, and obviously when both South Park and uh, The Simpsons, because The Simpsons did it first. Talk about the Sea Monkeys; it had an lasting influence, and I don't know if they're still around or not. Since you don't get ads in regular comic books now, as far as I know. I'll never know. All right, are you ready to dive into this book? Let's roll. Okay, so yes, I did get a new shirt. That is Takuya Yamashiro, the Japanese Spider-Man from the Toei series of 1978, which you will probably get around to eventually. It's one of those I want to love, but just can't. But I do love the character because, yeah, it's a fun show. I like it more. But so here's the book, my copy of it. It came out in 2011. I must have got it maybe 2015. So, it's 160 pages ish. The back is the same as the front, which is why you'll only see the front here. And there were a lot of things I kind of glossed over here. High school rings, stratomatic baseball, things like that. But you'll see a fair sampling of it. What Kirk Demery, sorry, Kirk, if you see this, I don't mean to massacre your last name. What he did was find people who actually ordered these items. One certified genius, who I talked about yesterday, had a lot of these miniature army guys and such. So, but he found them, they reviewed them, whether it was disappointing or whether it was successful. So it's a really fun book. I highly recommend it. It's $20. It's still available. I think it's still, no, it might not be available on Amazon anymore. So if you didn't buy it, good luck in finding it. But maybe Goodreads has it. So having said that, let's dive in. All right, there we have the cover. And he talks about how he, in the introduction that he wrote, that the first time he saw these was in Micronauts #9. So I would assume I'm a bit older than him, as that first appeared or was published in 1979. So release date of June 12th, 1979. And I would have been 14, and I love me some Micronauts. So they were never advertised in the magazine itself, which is a little weird. Like the Shogun Warriors were for sure, but I don't remember seeing Micronauts ads. But that's what got him into this. See, there's the inside cover there. I remember seeing most of these, and I was never interested in anything but one that they don't have in here, which was, we'll get into that. There's the book. I like this picture here. I don't know why I have another one here. Contents, which just are very good, very well done, very well thought out, all put together. The superpowers and special abilities are the first one because this is, along with the Sea Monkeys, the X-ray specs were the thing because they knew that most of the viewers were young males. And if you promised you could see through things, and as you can tell, I don't even know, $29, see-through clothing. What it was feathers. So it talks about, so you can see what we could see. Skeletons and nudity. You couldn't see anything. I have actually looked through one of these probably in 6th grade. One of my friends had fallen for this. and was sure it worked, even though I couldn't see any. Even the feathers looked bad. So I don't know. Uh, I'm glad that was. I never bought it. I only got one thing, and we'll get to that. But here's the Hypno coin. But here, the customer satisfaction, overpowering disappointment because you couldn't put people in control. The self-taught secret of deluxe edition, play guitar in 7 days. Yeah, by practicing, shows you the chords, shows you how to play. See, that's a D, that's a D7 actually, and a G. Yeah, that's what they are. Sorry, Phoebe, nobody plays it. Nobody nails the old lady here. Archie, I would never have seen. I do wish I would have kind of gotten into some of the clubs. I was a member of Friends of Old Marvel, as we've discussed, and I had already taken Taekwondo. I didn't, but I don't know about this Count Dante. Though it would have been fun to. I mean, I don't remember. You got this. That would have been fun to have. Would it have survived? I doubt it. But the world's deadliest fighting arch champion and master. Yeah, it would have been fun to see, but I just never, I don't know. And the secret of the black arts, they used Halloween masks. The Hercules wristbands are pretty cool. I mean, they look cool, I guess. And of course, Charles Atlas was everywhere. This has been parodied countless times. And there's several more of these out there. And I did like these Jujitsu and Ketsugo, um, just throwing people around. And people would think, for $1 that you'd be able to learn this, and it doesn't work. You have to practice it. Kung Fu, literally translated, is a task accomplished over a long period of time, not in 7 weeks or something. Now, I'd have been interested in this, Kryptonastic, but it's a rock painted in glow in the dark green paint. Could have done that myself. You do get a cool box. That would have been the best part about it, I would think. I never had any toy soldiers or any of the toy anythings because I just wasn't into it. I had toy dinosaurs, of course. Wasn't interested in the Spud gun, but this was probably not the best idea to have because I'm sure somebody got their eyes shot out. Now, I do have, I love that this is what it is. Over 7 feet long, and you couldn't put it in the water. It was made out of cardboard. But I was on a ride home once from a swimming meet. One of my friends, we had comic books, of course, and I remember it was a Flash comic. Couldn't tell you what it was to begin with, which one anymore. He wanted to cut the ad out of my comic book, and I wouldn't let him. Now, mind you, this comic had no cover and probably was missing the first two and last 2 pages, full pages. But I wasn't about to. We had this discussion. But look at that's $7. I mean, his mom wasn't going to let him have it. Now, this could have been from most of these ads are from the 60s and 70s, so the money, the cost changed from here to there. Never was interested in these, although that's pretty good looking. I mean, those are good looking paintings. Giant life size Frankenstein monster pinup. So, yeah, I mean, they look pretty cool. Well, Junior there has been shot up a bit, but Drac looks all right. This one I saw a lot. I never wanted it. It's not very horrifying. He says it's based, I mean, loosely based on the wonderful Curse of the Demon. He can call it a B movie, but he's wrong. We're going to see Curse of the Demon this month on a very special episode. I would have been very 4 feet, up to 4 feet tall. Those aren't gigantic. That's probably what stopped me. But they were balloons. Now, this one I would like to have gotten because Borgman is the real deal, and he wrote and drew stuff. But for only it's $3. It would have been fun. I mean, it would have helped me because I wanted to be a comic book artist for a long time. This I wouldn't have cared about. There's the clutching claw over there. A lot of kids and a lot of families had these. My grandfather had one. Grit was ubiquitous, and it's up to you. Profit or birdcage liners. I don't even know. You could make. I don't even know what it was. Was a reputable weekly? Standard departments? That might have been fun, but peaked in the 50s. So by the 70s, it was not peaking. And I wasn't about to do a paper route. Oh, and here's the money changer. I'm not 100% sure these are around, but I do have a video clip here. Of course I do.
And look at this. I even got a change maker. How much change you want, little lady?
Oh, there's so much I want to change. Really? I feel like I'm selling candy so our team can get new uniforms.
Yes, Leonard was her change daddy. So here we get to the one item I ever ordered. However, I didn't order it from a comic book. I ordered it from the pages of Famous Monsters 125, where I was also ordering Famous Monsters 114, which I think we really need to do a review of that. Definitely, Rita. Maybe I have already. Anyway, this did not work. Yeah, less effective than Here Spot, or Here Juno, Here Tawny, Here Venus, Here Peppy, all the dogs we had. It was annoying. I always told my brother he could hear it, but he didn't think I was funny. So that was my one thing. Unfortunately, I think it was about $1. So, back then that was 5 comic books or one issue of Famous Monsters, something like that. I don't know. I never saw this, so I don't know when this was out, but and it might not have been in a comic book. It might have been in one of the older magazines. I would have been interested once I got a little older. This I just like the look of, even though it says the secret button that wasn't hidden. And here you can tell this is he must have seen this in 79 because that's when 79 when Battlestar Galactica aired and went poof, flamed out quicker than a matchstick. And I don't even know why peanut butter cups, mallow cups. I don't even know. It had something to do with that, didn't it? And there's the jet rocket, which is the space version of the atomic sub, which would have been fun. That one would have been more fun, but it doesn't say how big it is or how much it was here. Oh, almost 6 feet long. That would have been for little bitty kids. It would not have been for, anyone older than that. Now we have the top secret espionage, which a lot of these look like fun, but you can build a working laser. The spy pen, which looks like fun if you don't care if people see you. The laser wouldn't work naturally, but it would have. That's the only two I picked there, but there were a lot of fun stuff there. Trickery, Novelty Hall of Fame, Whoopee Cushion, of course, Joy Buzzer. I had several friends that had that. I mean, it wasn't the worst thing. There's the Rubber Chicken, of course. Thank you, Sven, for keeping those famous and probably still available. Magic Tricks, they have a picture of them over there, but go buy the book if you want to see them. And then we get the Sea Monkeys, and we're about done here. So these, yes, they're the brine shrimp. That's all they look like. I was never interested in it because they looked like they might be real people, and that would be mean to keep them captive. I always wondered what they were like, but I never got any. I think Brock did. There's the ad there. Oh, and here is the song we started out with, Nobody Loves the Hulk by The Traits. Now, obviously, it's very unauthorized, but it's not bad. You heard the beginning of it, and I'm going to put the video on right here after this so you can see it, although it may get cut if there's taken too much time.
Explosion made him feel
they gave you seeds to grow your own Venus flytrap. Eh, I've had friends that have had some. We had one in the living in the kitchen window, but never really caught any bugs. I mean, we did catch flies to put them in there, but that's kind of, you know. And then it died. They never lived. So surprise package for only 50 cents. Could get any of these things, which I guess least wanted items. I wouldn't have wanted any of them. And then the appendix, they show a bunch of these things here. Fun fact catalogs you would get. 72 biggest fun catalog in America, where you could buy it from. These were in the monster magazines as well, although they had the movies that you could buy and more geared toward directly monsters. I don't know where there's more credits here, contributors. Ugh. Considering how bad Mr. Spock's ears or Leonard Nimoy's ears were hurt in those first couple of episodes before they fitted them to him, I would not have wanted these either. And there is the back of the book. So that is our episode for today, reviewing the book. Tomorrow we are going to start a live-action serial, Zorro's Fighting Legion from 1979, which is a great serial, and that'll be a lot of fun. And you'll see the trailer here momentarily. And just remember, this song actually mentions Rick Jones, which none of the live-action adaptations have ever mentioned, which is just what's missing. All right, my fellow agents, before I get too much further into a tangent, until our next assignment, this is X7 signing off and phasing out.
We must prepare for action.
But who will lead us?
Zorro. We are Zorro's Fighting Legion.
Are we all agreed? Yes. 500 for Zorro, dead or alive.